I've got my wellies on because I've been told I'm doing a bit of gardening today. They usually use a wheelbarrow, a spade, a hoe, but not us at the Science Zone. We've got a helicopter. Chocks away, old chap. That's London down there, and I'm flying east along the River Thames to, I don't know where, but I've been told there's a big clue coming up.
This famous view of the East End of London shows Steve's garden. And what Steve doesn't know is his garden at the moment is a wasteland and is known as Bow Creek. This thin strip of land is in a loop on the River Lee just before it joins the River Thames. Waiting to take him there is Michelle Collins from EastEnders.
Hi, Steve.
Michelle!
Hello, Steve.
Lovely to see you. Now, you got me here for a spot of gardening, I've been told.
Yes, now I want you to swap your helicopter for these. Okay?
Yes.
And here's your overalls. And I'm going to take you to your garden.
Oh, lovely. Where exactly are we, Michelle, and where are we going? Because this is a piece of derelict docklands.
Well, we're going to pass the docklands known as Bow Creek.
Oh, well, I hope there's more there than here.
Different. You see, Steve, the docks in the East End were once one of the world's busiest ports. Boats from all over the world used to come here, bringing in everything from axes to zebras. But then in the 1960s and 70s, the way that goods were shipped around the world changed, and so this meant that the docks in London were no longer needed. In the 1980s, the government decided to bring back new life into the area. So what they did was then they demolished all the old warehouses around the docks, and a whole new docklands was created.
But these new buildings are offices for large companies.
Well, that's all part of the new development. Lots of new homes built, and now there are whole new communities along with shopping centres.
Yeah, but I can't help noticing, as a keen gardener, lots of bricks and metal. But where are the green bits?
Oh, well, lots of green areas have been planted, but don't worry, Steve, more are planned.
All right, Michelle, how much further?
Don't worry, nearly there.
Well, you said we were going to do a bit of gardening. I've been walking all day and I've not seen anything green.
Well, I think it's a bit early on for anything green to grow on this site. Well, here we are, Steve. Welcome to Bow Creek Ecology Park.
Park? This looks more like a building site.
Well, this did used to be railway sidings before they decided to start making it into a conservation park. And the idea is to recreate the wet environment that some plants and animals need.
Well, you don't expect me to start from scratch.
Well, no, not complete from scratch. The walkways are already in, it's just the plants and the trees that need putting in. And your challenge is to get it all ready for the opening.
Well, how long have I got?
Well, where are we? February, 4 months, is that enough?
You don't expect me to do it on my own?
No, not on your own, Steve, because this is Kieran Murphy. Hello, who's the designer of the park, and he's going to be working with you.
Oh, right.
Well, I've got to get back to the square, Steve, so I think you'll be all right?
Oh, yeah, would be great, yeah.
Good luck. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
OK, we're on the piece of ground that you could see from the helicopter, called the Bow Creek Park, after a stretch of the River Lee, which curves all the way around here. And we're going to take water from the river into this reservoir to feed a series of wetlands or flooded areas and grow a unique range of grasses and plants.
Yeah, but you couldn't use this water, because if I look at it, it's disgusting. I mean, that won't help the plants, will it?
Well, that's right. And we've got a neat way of solving that. And that's actually your first job, Steve.
Oh, right.
From the reservoir, the water runs down this channel.
Oh, dear, my first job and I get wet. Now, what do you want me to do?
Well, I want you to plant this channel full of reeds, which will help clear the pollution from the water.
That seems easy enough. Now, how do I actually do it? Do you want me to plant them in all this, in all these stones?
That's right. Dig a small hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
And put the plant out of the container in the hole, as if you were planting a normal plant.
Well, and just put the stones around it.
That's right. Make sure it's steady.
Is that right?
Yep.
So, what do these plants actually do?
River water becomes polluted from different sources: sewage, fertilisers washed off farm fields, and waste chemicals from industry. Reed beds act as a natural filter system which removes pollution from water. The water flows slowly between the reeds and also soaks into the riverbed. Reeds are tall, hollow tubes which take the oxygen in the air to their roots. Here, microorganisms live which digest pollutants such as oils and heavy metals, leaving the water clean. On Bow Creek, the clean water flows along a main channel dug around the site, and any surplus flows back into the river. At a number of points, sluice gates can be opened to release the water, making the ground waterlogged. So these areas become wetland habitats for a whole range of animals and plants that need them to thrive and survive.
So what is this area?
It's called a water meadow, and it's a copy of what would be found naturally beside a river.
All right.
And these seeds are a wide variety of plants and grasses that grow in this kind of area because of the way it's flooded by the river.
So why are we flooding it?
Well, the idea is to lengthen the growing season because, believe it or not, the river water is warmer than the soil at this time of the year, and as a result, kick-starts the growing season.
I must admit, this is a fairly simple day for me, you know. I thought it was going to be a lot harder than this.
Well, it's funny you should say that.
I knew it wasn't going to stick like this.
Okay, now we're in the willow coppice area, and as you can see, we've already planted some of the plants. These are willows that are used for basket making. They're soft and flexible and can be weaved into baskets.
Oh, right, I can see what you mean, yes.
But lately, we're looking at willows as a source of fuel. If you get enough of these, they can be tied together.
I was going to say, because they're only just like twigs, aren't they?
That's right, yeah, but if we tie them into big bundles, you can use them for burning in power stations.
Oh, wow.
They grow very fast, about 2 meters a year, and because of that, they need a lot of water.
Right.
And we need you to dig the water channels.
Oh, lovely. Thanks very much for that. Where do I start? Just about here?
Yeah.
Right.
They need to be about 1 meter deep.
Oh, lovely.
So that the water can get to the roots of the plants.
Oh, so I should just take about 4 days then?
Yes.
Thanks. Ah, right. I never thought it was going to be like this. I'd say that's a trench. Now for the water. Right,
Well,
that's brilliant now. Right, now we can go and get a cup of tea, can't we?
no, Steve, it's trees.
Trees. Here we go again. That's a stake in then, Kieran.
Right.
What kind of tree is this we're planting here?
It's a black poplar, and we're planting it because they were once very common in Britain, but now they've got quite rare because when we drain rivers and block them, they lose their natural growing place.
Right. Well, I think that's well and truly in, isn't it?
Yes.
Clearing these stones is the end of a long day. But whatever Steve is hoping, this is not the end of his challenge.
I tell you, Kieran, I'm worn out. But we'll be back for the grand opening, eh?
Well, we've got to come back in about a month's time.
What, for more digging?
No, next time we'll be stocking the lake.
Oh, so I'll be getting into deep water.
Yes.
I'll need bigger wellies.
It was in fact 2 months later when Steve returned.
Look at this. My wellies have grown so big they've turned into waders. How deep is this water?
Oh, it's only a few feet. Don't worry about that.
Wow, the reeds I've planted are growing well, aren't they?
Yeah, but I hope they'll be a lot thicker and a lot taller before the opening.
Oh, you can choose those logs, can you? Cheers, mate. Now, why are we placing these logs here like so?
Well, we're creating a nice damp habitat for some newts.
Oh, right, can't they just go straight into the water?
Well, no, they like to live at the water's edge, under bits of old wood and stones and things like that.
What do we do, just pick them up?
Yeah, just pick them up and they'll find a nice damp spot for themselves.
Come on in, little newt. Oh, look at it. Go on in you go. Right, what else are we putting in the water?
We're going to put in some tadpoles.
All right.
Yep.
Well, I thought nature would have done this on her own.
Well, it would, but we want to give nature a bit of a helping hand. The point of this is to prove that the pond here can support the life of newts and tadpoles, so that eventually we can get a license to put in some really rare species, like the great crested newt and the natterjack toad.
The great crested newt is called great because it's Britain's largest newt, growing to more than 15 centimetres long, and crested because of the crest along the back of the male newt. On one site in England, more than 30,000 great crested newts live in old clay pits. This group is the world's largest colony. Despite these numbers, they're an endangered species. Newts need water to breed, and so do these toads. Over many years, ponds and wetland habitats of newts and toads have been drained to reclaim the land for farming or for building. These are young natterjack toads. The name natterjack is Old English for crawling man. The natterjack toads, also an endangered species, can be distinguished from other toads by a yellow stripe along its back.
All right, come on. Well, that's the last of the tadpoles, Kieran. Oh, hello.
Hi, Steve.
Hiya, what can I do for you?
What are you doing in our pond?
Well, I'm just putting some more tadpoles in. I didn't realise it was your pond.
Our school's been coming here for the past few years now, and we've even made a book about it.
Oh, have you? Is it like a project?
Yeah.
Oh, let's have a look. Wow, look at that. Fantastic. Wow, well, it seems to have changed a lot, hasn't it?
We knew you were going to come here, so we've come down here to see all the changes.
All right, then, follow me. Down this way. Oh. Now, over here, we've got the water meadows. Now, I planted all the seeds here, and they need a lot of water, so we had to put these big gates in to let all the water in, and eventually that'll be all lovely and green and grown up. But over here, this is the coppice. So I dug all these trenches, but they're looking good, aren't they? They were twigs, you know, just twigs when I put those in. Come on, up this way. Right, you see over here, I helped plant all these trees here, and when they grow up, there'll be a woodland. All right? You can see we made a few changes around here, can't you? Right, well, there's still a couple of jobs you can help me with. Like, over here, it'd be brilliant if you could just help me... Wait, what? Where are you going? You're supposed to be helping me.
You're doing brilliant with your challenge, and we'll see you at the opening. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks. I'll see you at the opening. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, what have we got next?
Well, this is your next job. We've got to plant these.
Well, what are they?
Well, they're Dockland's stowaway plants, and they've come here by seed on the cargo ships that used to visit the docks from all around the world.
Oh, right.
It's the day of the opening. Steve arrives early with Kieran.
Wow, it's fantastic. I love all the colours. What are those flowers over there?
Yeah, well, we've got the blue cornflower and the yellow corn marigold and the white chamomile. Look great, don't they?
Gorgeous, yeah. Lovely. These trees are growing well, but it doesn't quite feel like a wood.
No, it'll take about 5 years before the trees get big enough to make it feel like a real wood.
Well, I'm still proud of my work, you know. I do like it. It looks good today, doesn't it?
Yeah, the pond's coming on quite well.
Yeah, it is. Nice.
We put 100 tadpoles in, so there should be a few frogs.
Well, how are the stowaway plants? Because I planted them a couple of weeks ago, so I don't suppose they're growing that well.
Well, they don't look a lot different, but they need a bit longer to establish.
That's a bit of a shame. I'd like to have seen them.
Well, we could look at some others on the old railway bridge.
The park used to be railway sidings, So all the cargo brought in by the ships was moved on trains across this bridge.
What's this?
There's the Sumatran fleabane, and it was first spotted here only 11 years ago. We think it came in on the cargo boats that used to come into the docks all the time.
So what's special about it?
Well, it's from South America, and it's probably doing well here because our climate's getting warmer.
Oh, wow.
This one's called Oxford ragwort and was brought to this country from the slopes of Mount Etna in Italy in 1673. Wow. And it's growing on the railway bridge here because it likes the ballast under the tracks.
All the rocks and stuff?
Yeah, because that's just like the mountainside that it came from.
Oh, wow, brilliant.
This one's called soapwort because if you feel it, the leaves are really soapy.
Oh, yeah, you're right, yeah.
And it used to be grown commercially to wash wool. So it probably got to the side of these tracks here because it was carried along in the wool cargoes that would have been carried into Docklands.
Oh, brilliant. Well, talking about tracks, we ought to start making tracks because we've got that party to sort out, haven't we?
Yep.
What do you do? That's tablecloth. Caterpillar sandwich. I was 4 the last time I ate a caterpillar. That must be it.
Hey, the cake!
The cake! Down there.
Ah,
Fantastic, isn't it? Oh, hello. Hello, you lot.
Hi, Steve. Hello,
Michelle.
Kieran.
Hi,
Right,
Michelle.
all set?
Oh, yeah. Oh, look, I've just got a little job for you, actually. There you go.
Oh, what? My turn to the gardening.
It's to cut the ribbon with.
All right, come on then.
It's just over here. Come on, you lot. Out you come.
Right, having set Steve the challenge to get this park ready for opening, and I must say I'm very impressed, Steve.
Okay.
I now declare, well, why don't we all do it together, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, 1, 2, 3. We now declare Bow Creek Ecology Park
Open!
Yeah! Right, who wants the first slice? Yeah, all right. Right, who's next? Who wants to take it in? Right, who wants another slice here? Hands out. Right, who are we going to choose? There you go. There's one there for you. There you go. Whoa! Well, I'm pleased the kids had a good party. I suppose that's it now then.
Yep.
Thank you. It's been a great challenge. How's this place now? Is it just left to nature?
Well, not really. If we did that, the woodland would become overgrown and the pond and weeds would get choked up. So we've got to make sure the trees are kept cut and the weed is cleared out every so often.
Oh, sounds like a lot of hard work.
Well, it is. What are you doing for the next year or two?
Well, you know me and my bad back. And, well, my diary's quite full at the moment.